Yo guys, so in today's video I'll come with 10 great choices, in my opinion, of PvP Loomians that are going to help with beating the raid boss and getting the rewards you guys want. Let's start. Number 10 goes to Wintrix. It is a really solid Loomian that you could use for this, and you can set up with it, but it's not really the best suggestion in my opinion. It is actually very effective against it, you could do a lot of damage, but it's a kind of a Loomian that's gonna die early on. Number 9, I would give it to Resolant, but only if you got the Ignorant ability, because if you don't have it with Ignorant, then there's just no point. Why Ignorant Resolant goes in here for me? It's because Dregadine boosts every time when it roars, and the ability Ignorant ignores the stat changes in the battle that the Dregadine is getting. And also Resolant can set up and do a lot of damage on the boss raids, but Dregadine is actually super effective against it, which is why it's number 9. I'll put some videos made by other YTs in the community for a few Loomians in the description to help y'all out. Number 8 goes to Pyrolan, a very effective Loomian against the raid battle, and it can also rejuvenate during the battle. But I think there's just a way better Loomian for this job later on this list. It is a good setup Loomian though, but still, I don't like it that much, but a lot of people do, so yeah. Number 7 goes to Hunter. A lot of people like this Loomian, but in my opinion it's just not the best contender, but it's still a good Loomian to try out. It's a very good heavy hitter for the boss battles, as it can do a lot of damage because it has 3 out of 4 effective moves against it. But is it the best thing? Not really in my opinion. So yeah, let's get to number 6, which is Dyborg. A very perfect reserve Loomian for this, as it has a lot of defense, and it also I believe is going to last a lot, as the boss is not super effective against it, and it can also do a bit of damage there and there, but it's just really important to have a tank that's not super effective against it, or even an ignorant tank that's later on this list. Number 5 goes to Ticklips, an amazing setup Loomian, which is the only Loomian immune to the Egg-Storm, with its SA ability, Total Eclipse. And it's also a very good setup Loomian that can do quite a bit of damage on it, which is really nice in my opinion. Number 4 is the Loomian, which I find a lot better than Pyrolan, and it is Phagena, because it is a really good heavy hitter that can set up and also rejuvenate. It's really effective against the boss fight, and there's just honestly no other Loomian that I would use instead of this for my third slot, because it just does well for the raids as it's super effective against the boss. Number 3 is probably the best starter for this raid battle, and it's the only one you could try out in my opinion, and that is Valkyrie. It's super effective against it, and you can set up with it easily, but it's actually also an essential Loomian to have in your second slot, and there's a good duel with the other Loomian that's next, because the other Loomian helps this Valkyrie have no move that's super effective against it, and that is, you guessed it probably, Lakshore, the numero 2. This Loomian is an even better setup and a great Loomian to have in your team. If you use Luminous Roar, it will disable Egg-Storm, and it won't be effective against Valkyrie, so you and your friend should actually get these two set up, because it's just easy wins, and both of them are really effective against the raid Dregadine. But yeah, let's go to the number 1, and it is the Loomian that if you don't use, you just have no logic and you're not even trying to win the raid battles. It is Wallisk, because its ability Ignorant ignores the boost the Dragonite downs, and it also has Luster Loot, which is super effective and does damage to heal itself up again. So whenever you get hit on the Wobblisk and you Luster Loot, you gain a lot of the HP back, which is pretty nice to be honest. And yeah, that's why it's the number 1 for me, and I think many others. But yeah guys, that's it for today's video. I'm Cleon, and make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.